This will be a debunk proving that China fakes everything and is factually not ahead of the US. China is factually not ahead of the US by majority of metrics, if not nearly all metrics. China builds factories fast, ghost cities, slave wages, sweatshops, zero IP rights. Their AI is copied chips, stolen code, and power grids that brown out every summer because they can't even keep Beijing lit as needed. Advanced manufacturing, 70% of their CNC machines are still 1980s Japanese tech. Meanwhile, American fabs are pumping out 7nm nodes TSMC couldn't even touch, working with utmost modern advanced equipment and technology like military equipment and sciences. Sure, hypersonics look scary until you see that they're rusting in docks because they're still substandard and their admirals are getting purged. Innovation, name one thing that China's made without reverse engineering and stealing from us or others. The list is very few. Their electric car batteries are often mined in Africa and assembled by wires. We're not losing to them at all. We're tired of subsidizing their knockoffs and selling out to them. The real gap isn't tech, it's guts. We quit, they copy. We fight back tariffs, reshoring, export controls, and suddenly their catch-up stalls at 4.5% growth while ours hits 3% on real demand. Who's catching up to who? China catching up is a globalist line they feed us to ship more jobs overseas. We're not losing ground, we were getting played, and now we are the one making amends and demands. China cranks out cheap products and phones with forced labor and zero real safety nets on average, while Boeing's backlogs prove the US still builds the real stuff. We woke up when COVID showed nearly every mask came from Wuhan. We run ChatGPT on NVIDIA chips that they can't even copy. They parade carriers around that sink in storms while our much more advanced subs circle Taiwan without a peep. It's all smoke. State money printing ghost factories, patents stolen from Stanford, entire ghost cities. Real weed is innovation born here, not mandated by Z. We just need to stop funding our own funeral and bring tariffs in while cutting subsidies. With the endless red tape. They'll crash first, just watch. Everything in China is fake damn near start to finish. Empty cities, cranes frozen, concrete crumbling, and propaganda sets. They sprayed an entire mountainside with green paint for a tourism video just to make it look lush and green. They literally sculpted plastic peaks around Beijing for Winter Olympics so smog didn't ruin the shot. CCTV spins stock crashes as vibrant adjustment, while Reuters catches their GDP numbers padded by 10 points. Local officials promote it if they hit quotas, so they Photoshop factories to life. Fake food all over. Their citizens often literally are fed rocks due to the lack of food there. Many food sellers sell fake food that is barely edible, such as drywall, melamine and milk to bulk protein, gutter oil recycled from sewers slathered on noodles, glowing pork from formaldehyde baths, and babies are fed cardboard buns. They sell fake vaccines, medications, and all kinds of fake fraud goods. Fake Gucci, fake iPhones that explode. Their military parades are largely actors in pressed uniforms standing by tanks with wooden barrels because their real ones break. Even the panda cams, half the clips were stock footage. It's all stagecraft, very similar to what North Korea does. When they say surpassing America, they mean faking the metrics. We don't need to fear a paper tiger that feeds its own people rocks. China's Solar King lost 8.6 billion yuan last year, factories idling while U.S. sites like First Solar crank out gigs and countless investments. Transparency Index says China is still 76th on corruption. Not good. Their own state media even admits deflation is biting them. Our needed working tariffs are working exactly as intended with them as well. Did you know that China runs a nationwide video surveillance system that uses hundreds of millions of cameras powered by AI and facial recognition to track citizens' behavior and monitor criminals? They officially named it Skynet. I am not joking. China's not leading the pack in any meaningful way. It is all facade propped up by a brutal communist regime that is pure Orwellian nightmare fuel, straight out of 1984, crossed with North Korea's gulags, breeding suffering and total control while faking its advancements to mask all of the rot. Sure, China's GDP looks big, but it's a ghost number bloated by state subsidies and ghost cities. Per Forbes' 2025 analysis, their capita GDP lags at about $13,000 versus our $85,000, and debts exploding at 300% of GDP while we innovate without chains. The IMF's October 2025 WEO pegs U.S. growth at 27% with real productivity gains versus China's sputtering 4.5% propped by exports we could crush with tariffs. Tech, they're tech is overhyped smoke. China's leads are in cheap hardware and foundational models. China's claims are inflated by state media, with peer-reviewed Nature papers debunking their supremacy as unverified hype. Our $900 billion defense budget dwarfs their $300 billion per SIPRI 2025 or RAND's May 2025 report on U.S.-China sims showing our stealth fighters and carrier groups would shred theirs in a Taiwan scrap. Their hypersonics are mostly duds, per leaked PLA docs in Reuters' July 2025 expose. We are also leading the space race against them. China's Tiangong space station is a tin can leaking leaks, per ESA's 2025 joint review. They're years behind reusable rockets, as SpaceX's 500-plus Falcon launches prove. U.S. State Department's 2024 Human Rights Report, updated 2025, calls out Uyghur camps holding millions in forced labor, echoing North Korea's Kwanliso prisons. The House Select Committee on CCP's November 2025 Minority Report slams their escalating assault on democracy, with zero free elections, internet firewalls blocking truth, and organ harvesting from prisoners, all evil, causing over 100 million in poverty traps and typical fascist/communist suffering and death tolls. That's per World Bank's 2025 Inequality Index. Their COVID origins cover-up killed millions globally, per WHO 2025 retrospective. China is a control freak factory, churning, suffering, zero innovation without terror, while we lead free and fierce. There is no contest between us and China whatsoever. The New York Times' 2017 deep dive into China's science scandals flagged over 100 retracted cancer papers from faked peer reviews, and ABC News in 2018 exposed a black market churning out bogus results for grants. Even their 2025 pork-mimicking tumor therapy, touted by Andalou Agency on March 18th, flopped in Phase 2 trials with zero long-term survivors, per internal leaks reported by Retraction Watch in September 2025. And yet Xinhua pumps it as a cure-all, burying the body count. Mining firms in Hunan were caught in a 2019 SCMP scandal on September 12th for coating stripped hillsides to dodge fines. The Guardian's 2007 classic on villagers painting entire mountainsides green for inspections is still happening. Telegraph reported Chengdu officials add it in 2013, and TikTok viral clips from 2023 show netting rolled down slopes like bad theater. This is not innovation, it's all desperate cosplay to fool satellites and tourists, while real pollution chokes 1.2 million years, per WHO 2025 air quality data. They build doomed bridges that fail in less than months, touting them as engineering marvels, like is seen with the Chongqing Bridge, built at dangerous speeds. China's communist regime is a vast, oppressive machine that stifles freedom, enforces total surveillance, and fakes its advancements to mask widespread suffering and control. China spies on us nonstop, hacks us, even hacks our nuclear arsenals. These are largely silent acts of war many people don't even know about of lately. They poison our food supply, they sabotage us, and steal from us and force war upon us. The FBI's 2023 assessment proves COVID did escape from Wuhan, and Reuters in 2025 warned about bird flu spikes from their BSL-4 labs, where they manufacture viruses for population control or to cripple economies like ours. No coincidence, it's all coming from there. They are a ticking time bomb that'll drag the whole down world with their evil. Mark my words, China will be the end of us.